This week, everybody, from Surly Brewing Company. They're out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and a partnership between Surly and Peace Coffee, which also is from Minneapolis. Today we've got the Nitro Coffee Ale from Surly Brewing Company. It is 5.5%. Doesn't have an IBU rating. It has an average score of 3.84 over 2857 ratings. Not a ton. Not a ton for Surly. Surly's a pretty big brewery. I'm looking at the photos that people have checked this in. It looks like a Guinness. A Guinness isn't that coffee-like, but if it's a Guinness style beer, I'm gonna like it. I'm definitely gonna like it. Yeah. Nitro Coffee Ale. Really cool can art. Yeah. Let's get it cracked open and poured, and we'll read what there is to say. Wow, that one didn't fizz as much as I was expecting for a Nitro. Wow, it just smells like very strong coffee. Really? Do you? That's very cool. Yeah, it smells amazing. It smells like coffee. Very strong coffee. This is going to be another one of those that the light isn't going to do anything for, so thank goodness my batteries are dead. Oh, we're going to get this thing almost full. Very small frothy head on that. Not as much as I would expect for a Nitro. Maybe I should have poured it a little harder. But that's okay. It still looks very good. Let me get it on the camera. I'm wobbling way too much for how full I filled this. Why did Droid Cam not start up? Oh, there we go. There we go. Focus? Autofocus is not autofocus. Well, let's just see what it looks like. Never mind, the hotkey doesn't work today. There. Looks good. Looks real good. Let's get a photo. All right. Here is what Untappd has to say. Let me get it right back in camera view. This is what Untappd has to say about the Nitro Coffee Ale from Surly. Surly Brewing and Peace Coffee came up together in Minneapolis. Both brands were at the forefront of the coffee and craft beer renaissance of the past 20 years. And now our paths finally cross with House Blend Nitro Coffee Ale. A shared dedication to our local community and product excellence comes through in every rich, roasty sip. That sounds delightful. That sounds like something that I am going to really enjoy. So let's find out. It's very full. Cheers, everyone. Ooh. Dang. I mean, listen, I do really love coffee. So, that's a very warming beer. Surprisingly, for how light it is. 5.5, I mean, it's not a light beer lightness. But for like a dark beer, 5.5, that's pretty light. And I feel like this gives off a very similar flavor and strength of that 8% one I had. Was that last week? Was that the malted milk one I had last week that was like 8%? Libby, we're not dropping yet. I really don't know why it plays the sound. But hi, Libby. Hello, welcome. Congrats to the Dodgers. That's all I'm going to say. Huh. Yeah, it's just this beer really, it's very warming for the fact that it's like not too boozy. There's a lot of chocolate also. Like, yes, the coffee flavor is there, and the aftertaste is certainly like feels like I took a sip of coffee. But I also feel like there's a lot of chocolate mixed in with that too. Maybe it's just a chocolatey roast. I think it's a house blend. The Nitro, I'm surprised. Mine doesn't seem as bubbly as some of the other ones that I've seen. But of course it's super smooth. I mean, that's the benefit of a Nitro, is it makes it really smooth. And I think that helps probably also keep it tasting very light. I mean, again, it is only 5.5%, but the Nitro also makes it where I feel like there's a lot less of an alcohol bite too. Yeah. Chocolate and coffee. What's there not to like, Libby? LA needed it after the year we've had? You mean after the year that you won the World Series last year? After the year that you had? What? Or do you just mean LA as a city, not LA as a sports organization? Because yes, as a city, I'm glad LA won. I thought it would have been really funny though if Toronto won. Like, I think there would have been a little bit of poetic justice if Toronto won the World Series. But I think that was also the bitterness of being a Brewers fan speaking a little bit too. You have to respect greatness when you see it. And the Dodgers are pretty freaking great. Yes, absolutely, Libby. Absolutely. Hey, the Chargers are looking good. Actually, the Chargers and the Rams are looking good this year. But it's very early to tell. What a monster, Libby. What an absolute monster. I am not proud to say that last week, Monday, I stayed up until the end of that game. And I don't know why. I think I get FOMO when it comes to sports. Like, I don't really care that much, but I like witnessing it when it happens. Because, like, last week, we were talking about the game while it was happening. You guys were, like, telling me the scores while it was happening. And I was, like, editing a video, and I looked, and I was like, wow, the game is still going on. It's in the 10th inning. Ooh, that's exciting. It's extra innings. I'll watch it. And I stayed up until like 2:30 watching the rest of that game. And embarrassingly, in the bottom of the 17th, it got to the point I was laying in bed. I was watching it on my phone, no sound, because I didn't want to wake up Miltiak. And I'm watching it, and I'm like zoning out between pitches. Like I'm just about to fall asleep. And I was like, okay, I don't think, like, whatever. I've watched 9 innings of baseball at this point. Almost. Like, I've watched an entire game, and nothing has happened. Not nothing has happened. It's gotten really close many times. But I was like, you know what? Bottom of the 17th, it went to the 18th, and it's like, I cannot stay up any longer. I think I'm going to go to bed. And I turned it off, and the next morning I looked, and it was like, that next inning is when everything changed. More than 8? Oh, because you added in because Game 7 went to the 11th inning? Yeah. That's crazy. I mean, a good TV also. I think it's rigged. Nah, it's not. It's not scripted, but anyways, yeah, I stayed up to not even see Freddie's walk-off homer, which is fine. Like, I didn't need to witness that. Oh, Libby, you're on a streak. That means you've been here for the last 3 streams. I'm proud of you. Good job. I'm very proud of you. Happy that you're here. Anyways, let's get back to the beer. I could rant about sports for a while. I don't even want to talk about the Packers. Like, man, today is Tucker Kraft's birthday, and they reported that he tore his ACL on Sunday. And if that's not the saddest news to ever hit Green Bay, pour one out. Our, like, all-star tight end from the littlest town in South Dakota, who had the best game, record-breaking game last week, tears his ACL this week. You hate to see it. What's up, Eric? I've been here the whole time. No, you and Eric have been here the same amount of time. Oh, man. Anyway, listen, this beer is just good. I don't know what to really say about it. It's got a nice amount of coffee. The coffee flavor sticks around, but not in a bad way. Like, it's not a syrupy chocolate coffee. Like, it's just a good coffee aftertaste. I like the taste of coffee on its own. So the aftertaste of coffee is not a big deal to me. I like it quite a bit. I really do. There's a mild chocolate at the beginning that goes with it, but most of this is just like a very smooth. I wish it was more frothy, but just a very smooth smooth beer. What's there not to like? Smooth, coffee, roasty, good. Libby, I got to last week I had a buddy over, and he asked me what that poster was. He asked me about the what this all was. So I got to tell him the whole story about playing Among Us with Miles. He did not know who Miles was, and I just said, "Oh, he was one of the Try Guys producers at the time. He produced their podcast." Yeah, and I was like, and some of these people I still talk with. Like, we talked about streaming for a little bit. We were playing Borderlands 3. It was a good time. But yeah, I was telling him the whole story about the poster. Man, I could drink this really fast. I feel like I have been, but I'm only like a third of the way. I'm not gonna chug it. I'm gonna enjoy it. I always wonder how much coffee is actually in these. Like, if there's actually enough to impart some caffeine. I have no idea. But I kind of want to start writing my review. We'll wrap up the beer review a little early. We can get into Mictel a little early, and we can get into playing Minecraft with Buddy a little early. One of my friends has had this beer. My friend Ben, he gave it a 4. Good job, Ben. Can we get a good job, Ben, in the chat? I know with 98% certainty when I get a message from Narwhal, it's a cursed house listing. Yeah, that sounds like Narwhal. I've sent her some pretty cursed ones in my day. Do I know Ben? Yes, you know Ben from Frisbee, Ben. At least I think it was that Ben. Pretty sure it was that Ben. Nitro Coffee Ale. What do I want to say about this one? Frizz Ben. Good job, Ben. How was it? I don't even see them that often, but when I do... Wait. Oh, see, I thought you were saying you don't see Ben that often. I was like, when have you seen Ben? You don't even know who it is. You always answer how it was and never why it was. Well, why it was explained in the description here, that it was a collaboration between two companies. I don't need to explain that. Ben J. Miltiak. The ponytail cuts down trees. I was like, I don't want to just dox him, but he's really fast. Lumber Ben. No, like his job is to like fell trees. At least I'm pretty sure that's his job. Um Yeah, but I don't think we were playing Ben when you came. Actually, we might have been. I don't remember what team he was on. He might have actually been on the team that we played when you were there. Curling Ben, yeah. Ben of all trades. He does do a lot. He cuts down trees, he curls, he plays frisbee, he drinks beer. Roasty and sweet. Chocolatey coffee. And ends. All right. I think I've got my check-in. Let me make sure I've got all the pieces I want here. All right, let's give it one more taste. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, for a dark beer, it's so easy to drink. Like, so easy to drink. And I mean, it's not, I don't mean that as like a rare thing, but it is nice to see when you have a dark beer be just really approachable and not like over the top aggressive. Because I love dark beers, and I also like it when I can drink them easily. So here's what I have to say, everyone, about the Nitro Coffee Ale from Surly Brewing Company. I said it was really pleasant throughout, starting with a beautiful roasty and sweet chocolatey coffee, and ends with a delicious coffee aftertaste that could be off-putting, but I like coffee enough to really enjoy it. There's not much else to say. It's very tasty. I'm going to say very tasty and drinkable. And then I'm using all my characters. I'm going to give this one a 4.25 out of 5. 4.25. I said it was chocolate, roasty, coffee, smooth, and rich were my flavor profiles. Let's get it checked in. Alrighty. There we have it. That was beer 633 for me. Not a 3.1415. No, it's not a pie beer, Libby. It's not a pie beer. It's a coffee beer. That was very good. Very tasty. I think next week there's a fruity one coming. I'm glad I've had all these dark beers because I'm getting used to the colder temperatures. But I think we got something different next week. We got something pretty fruity. I think it's sour. I'll have to tune in and find out because even I don't know. I saw it down on the shelf today, but I didn't commit it to memory what it was. So you'll have to tune in and see. I'm pretty sure it's something fruity. So we're breaking the streak of dark beers. We've had like 4 in a row now. So hey, thank you guys for joining me for this one. Hope you'll tune in for the next one. Cheers.